I'm Greg Tepper. That's Greg Powers. This is This Week
in Cruton.
It's This Week in Recruiting with Greg Powers of Next Level Athlete. Follow him on Twitter at GPowerScout. Follow Next Level Athlete on Twitter, Next Level D1. See his fine work at TexasFootball.com/recruiting. And of course, this is brought to you by our good chicken friends at Chicken Express. Chicken Express. We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of Pickle and
of your
I's
birthday party.
I think of Pickle and I's birthday party for me at the Hearn Chicken Express.
Yeah, I asked if
we might do it again.
I was like, can we please stop? It's like the perfect of getting out of College Station, but then stopping because we're starving at that point.
Oh, I'll eat it. I'll be eating at Chicken Express sometimes.
Do you want to just
sometime this weekend?
Do you want to just meet in Hearn?
Yeah,
at the
can
end
we
of
do that?
7-on-7?
Maybe.
Dude, they
yeah.
had some sick hats there too to check out. Do you remember those?
No.
Do you remember
chicken
that, Kev?
hats?
I love the idea
It's
of
fried chicken.
It's a great point.
It's
you can't
fried
you
chicken.
can't dispute
I
that.
love fried chicken.
Can't dispute that. It's Greg Powers, Next Level Athlete, This Week in Recruiting. Let's start with our prospect on the rise. Our prospect on the rise, we're going to Houston to talk about 2024, soon-to-be junior offensive lineman Nate Kibble at Atascocita. Picked up another in-state offer this week, this time from Texas A&M. He's already got offers from Texas, TCU, UTSA, and Houston to go along with the Aggies now. Of course, it would be. This is a guy that was really impressive at the Next Level Athlete Texas Top 100 Showcase in Houston, and of course, it would be silly to overlook the fact that the A&M Atascocita connection is real.
Yeah, no doubt. And this is a guy who started as a freshman, played next to Cam Dewberry at Atascocita. He played on the right side of the offensive line, then kicked out to left tackle last season. And at 6'2", 325, this is a guy who, you wouldn't think that he has the necessary intangibles to be considered a tackle prospect. His arms are so long. He's got really good length. He obliterates defenders at the point of contact. I mean, he's so strong. He initializes quickly and finishes off blocks. I think he's an interior O lineman as he moves into college, could play center, could play guard, but has tackle experience, so he's not going to be a liability in pass protection. And he's has that body type to be a road grader. So really big offers coming Nate Kibble's way, and he's going to continue to blow up. The in-state schools are on him already. I think he's got 6 total offers, 5 of them being in-state. Another guy who's going to hit that 25 offer mark probably by the time the end of his junior season wraps up, or by this time next year during the evaluation period.
Yeah, he's a star and a guy who probably got a little bit overlooked because of who he was playing next to.
Right.
But now he's going to be the he's going to be the main event up there. That always outstanding offensive line there.
Kind of says something too that he's playing left tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Over some really talented guys.
Exactly
so I mean,
right. Yeah,
the coaches know.
Yeah, as a sophomore/junior, so it's going to be very impressive to see him. Let's go to our commit of the week. Our commit of the week is El Campo 2023 running back Rueben Owens.
It was wild.
Who committed this week to Louisville.
Shocker.
He is a DCTF 5-star, number 2 in the DCTF Hot 100. He's probably the top running back recruit in the nation. I haven't seen every running back recruit, but he's the best running back I've seen in this class.
Yeah.
Louisville. He had offers from everywhere, including, most notably, Alabama, A&M, and Texas. He's going to Louisville. I was a little surprised. Am I wrong for being surprised?
I think we all saw the graphic and said, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it was a shock to me. It was unexpected. I mean, I knew he was on official visit there this past weekend, but I didn't know that they were going to pull this off. So it was a bit of a shocker, and kudos to the coaching staff up there to build a strong enough relationship to be able to make this happen. Everyone, I think, thought, he's a one-time Texas commit, first and foremost. He'd already spent time on the Texas commitment list. He's kind of considered as one of those, if you're a Longhorns fan, he was like, they have a trio of recruits who they love on the offensive side of the football this year, and it was Arch Manning, Jonte Cook, and Rueben Owens. So one of the dominoes fell out of the potential Longhorns basket. But I'll tell you, Texas A&M was really making a strong push for him since he made his decommitment from Texas. So this is also a setback for them as well. I really think that he would have fit in well with either offense, but I know less about Louisville. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I watched Louisville play. I think I watched them play Cincinnati this past season, but I don't know as much about their offense and how it fits his skill set to just be able to say, oh, well, this is a perfect fit for Rueben Owens because of X, Y, and Z. All I can say is it was a bit of a shock, and Louisville's getting not only the best running back in Texas, who put up amazing numbers last season and passes the eyeball test, 10.68 100-meter dash, strong in the weight room. They're getting a guy who's considered by many as the top running back in the entire country. So this is a huge pull for Louisville.
The other thing about this, and okay, congratulations to Rueben Owens.
Yeah,
obviously,
that's
if this
awesome.
is where he wants to go, that's fantastic. What is so striking to me about this is Louisville doesn't recruit Texas. Louisville, this is not a hotbed for them because they're able to do damage in Ohio. They really recruit in Florida, Georgia, etc. This is the first Texas prospect that they have signed since the class of 2015 when they signed
crazy.
Devontae Fields as a transfer from
Junior college at that time, I think.
That
If you're
is
looking,
wild.
if you're looking for, I'm keep going back. If you're looking for a high school prospect to sign with Louisville out of the state of Texas, I'm in a 2013. I'm not seeing any 2012. I mean, it's a ways back. That's part of what makes this. The whole thing is a little bit shocking because Louisville, I think it's fair to say, is not on the same recruiting footing as Alabama, A&M, and Texas. I don't think that's an insult. I think it's just reality.
Right.
But the other part of it is that this is a true like outlier as far as Texas kids just generally do not go there. I think I might have found it. The last high school player. How about this? The last high school prospect to sign with Louisville out of the state of Texas, you got to go back to Highland Park quarterback Luke Woodley in
Wow.
2010.
It's crazy.
My God.
So more than a decade. That was the first thing that blew my mind. I was like, wait a second, Louisville? Like it would be.
Well, I
another
guess
thing
if you're
he was
not
like,
going to do it for
oh,
10 years, you might as well come in and get the
it
best
would
running
be-
back.
It would be less surprising if he had signed with Boise State or committed to Boise State because, yeah, you're like, oh, wow, he's going to go to Boise State. That's an interesting move. But Boise State has recruited the state of Texas over the past 10 years pretty well, right? They always kind of come down and pluck a couple of big-time playmakers. This is totally off the board in a lot of different ways, which is really what kind of caught me by surprise.
And just to be honest with you, like Louisville's had some good players over the last X amount of years, right? But I had to double check who their head coach was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Part of that is just like we don't pay attention to the ACC.
well,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
That's true. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from Rueben Owens' commitment to Louisville or knock this in any way. I'm just trying to put into perspective how big a deal this is for the Cardinals.
To not just get a Texas kid, but to get arguably who's number one in our Hot 100?
DJ Hicks.
DJ Hicks. To get certainly an argument, he would be Rueben Owens is in the conversation for number one prospect in the
Yes.
state, right? To get arguably not just a guy from Texas, but the guy from
The guy.
Texas is staggering, but impressive nonetheless for Louisville as they nab a commitment from Rueben Owens.
I want to say something that I feel like is positive also in the Louisville's efforts to actually sign Rueben Owens, right? Like we know there's a lot of time left before National Signing Day or the early signing period, which happens around the middle of December, the first time you can sign. There was a lot of like, oh, this is going to be one commitment for Rueben Owens, or this is his second commitment of three, or that blowback, I think in a lot of ways, just kind of reading and looking into the reaction possibly strengthened the early commitment status for him, right away, like or emboldened, like, hey, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Like he cracked back on it. So, I mean, that was a good feather in the cap for Louisville, I think, is now that people doubt that he's actually going to go there instantly. And maybe he set to prove them wrong.
We'll see.
Maybe silence the doubters.
Really The big recruiting news this week. Rueben Owens commits to Louisville. Let's go to our underclassman of the week here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation. #TFToday. Our underclassman, or rather our underclassman of the week. Thanks.
Sorry, that was on me.
Oh, good. Our underclassman of the week is Alvin Shadow Creek 2024 safety Maurice Williams. He committed this week to LSU. He had offers from all over, including Baylor, Houston, TCU, Michigan, Ole Miss, USC, etc. A kid we may see this weekend.
Hopefully.
Since Shadow Creek is there.
I think that I have Shadow Creek as my pick.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going with Shadow Creek to win it all.
Okay. In Division One, yeah.
Yeah. They've got a quarterback in Duke Butler who's very, very good, knows how to move the ball around effectively and efficiently, very accurate. And with Maurice Williams headlining a stacked defensive secondary, they have the defenders, I think, to be able to slow defenses down. And as a matter of fact, I want to say they've gave up, I don't think they may not have given up double-digit points in their qualifying tournament, which is pretty good. And they may have shut out 2 or 3 teams on the road to qualifying for state. So this is a team that can not only move the football effectively on offense, but they can shut teams down on defense. So I think I'm leaning towards them to win. But as far as LSU is concerned with Maurice Williams, this is a guy who is well-rounded in the defensive secondary, can play the run extremely well, flies up to the football, and has good range as well. This, to cover ground. I would say he is an effective against the run and equally effective against the pass.
Yeah, he's a playmaker for sure, and kind of fits that. It's weird to say, but like he fits that mold of what Shadow Creek defensive backs have become known for. Of like, I know they've only been around for 5 years basically, but they've already got a reputation for putting out physical, quick twitch defenders, especially on the back end of their defense, and Maurice Williams certainly fits that role. Now the SMU or the LSU commit there from Shadow Creek. Let's round it all out with our recruit of the week. Our recruit of the week going to San Antonio to talk about their San Antonio Brennan's 2023 soon-to-be senior safety Tyler Turner. Tune in 5 o'clock today to find out where he's going. He is a one-time Baylor commit. He has got 17 scholarship offers. DCTF 4-star. He's going to decide today between Oregon and Oklahoma for the services of one Tyler Turner out of San Antonio Brennan.
4-star, as a one-time Baylor commitment, picked up some big offers, decommitted from the Bears, took an official visit to Oregon this last weekend, seemed to really be blown away by that visit. So I'm going with the Ducks. And I'll tell you what, the Oregon is a team that I think you're going to see continue to be a huge presence in the Lone Star State. They have some ties on their coaching staff to Texas. Kids, I think, will generally like taking a visit up there. It's a nice area. They do a great job with their uniforms and all of the Nike stuff that's around there. And I think they're going to be a huge player in the NIL deals moving forward. This is a team that has their stuff together, in recruiting. And another guy to keep an eye on, not too far up the road from Tyler Turner, is Austin Westlake defensive end Colton Vosick. So these are two guys that are in that, I guess it's not really syntax for San Antonio, but in that area that are high on Oregon as well. So it'll come down to a battle between Big 12/SEC OU versus Pac-12 Oregon, and I'm hedging my bet towards Oregon at this point. We'll see. Only a few more hours away, we'll know where Tyler Turner's going.
Exactly.
DCTF 4-star.
I was going to say.
Receipt.
Yeah, I was going to say this is going to age either very well or very poorly, very quickly. Either way.
Well, you can tune in next week, and I'll make a retraction if I have to.
All right. One last question before you go. Although you can stick around for for 2A Division.
I'm going to be here.
You're going down to College Station with us to the state 7-on-7 tournament this weekend. What are you watching for? What are the things that are going to be that are top of mind for you?
Well, there's a long list of guys who I hope to catch up with for interviews, but there are 3 guys in particular as it relates to the class of 2023 that I'm watching for potential rankings bumps. Okay, and these are the guys who I've kind of targeted heading in. Last year we had Matthew Golden, who was made an instant 4-star after a very strong performance there. Could a guy like Golden come out of the woodwork and get bumped up instantly? But Jonte Cook, he's in the top 5. He's not a 5-star yet. Should he get his 5th star this weekend? Jalen Hell at number 6.
Okay.
should he be in the top 5
How long,
and get
yeah.
his 5th star? So 2 wide receivers on the 5-star watch list, and then Austin Novosad checking in at number 51 in the ranking. Should he be a 4-star? But more importantly, now that he's taken his official visit to Baylor, he's taken his official visit to Ohio State. Elite 11 is on deck for him as well. A lot of big things going on for him. Does he have an idea of where he wants to go now? Because I think this is a very intriguing recruiting storyline because of its importance to Baylor.
Yes. Yeah, Baylor, he is the real column right now in their recruiting class. So it'll be very interesting to keep an eye on him. I'm excited, buddy. I'm excited to hang out with you. Pickle will also be there, but I'm excited to hang out with you. And we're gonna have a good time down there in College Station.
Let's do it.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.